Want to see a crazy clip?
No idea about texture.
Oh my god.
Does he keep his cool?
He just hard cleared under on the wrong side.
Oh my god, they line up!
And they line up. And Lakia gets one.
Lock
Get
it.
out!
Switch
Get
it
out!
out.
Run! You've got KO ult! Gecko ult! Just run! Get off site! What are you
Opportunity
doing?
dwindling. Less than 2. He's gonna have to dig deep now.
Yeah, detained. Up on pipes here. It's left.
Get off site!
Left
Get
standing, but
off
Lakia will
site!
fall now.
They need more. That can't be enough. It needs to be
What?
more. A 2v3.
What for them to plant?
And let's try to control the site.
Does have the pip, but obviously the null command gonna remove.
What are you doing?
That's gonna get another one.
What are you doing?
Oh my god!
What an absolute beast! We're loud.
Oh, and there's more of that to look forward to as well. But before we talk about any of that, first let's talk about the sponsor of today's video, Into the AM. Because Into the AM provides some pretty sweet men's clothing that you can see I was extremely happy to be modeling with. And whether you want something quite simple and a bit more basic, or something a bit more out there like a spaceman design or two, then Into the AM will have you covered. But my favorite thing that I got sent was this long sleeve white t-shirt, which let me tell you, in an English springtime, I love a long sleeve t-shirt, perfect for the English weather right now, and it's really, really comfy, like crazily comfy, way more than I was expecting it to be, and so I really dig this. And you can get 10% off these premium made tees by using the link in the description or the pinned comment, and get yourself one of these, because honestly, this is really quite nice. Okay, and now back to the video. So let's take a look at this Gen.G versus Loud game then, which was full of some crazy moments, both good and bad. Let's start with round number 4, where Gen.G are on the attacking side. And Gen.G, well, anytime that they came towards B, they lost, which is crazy. They literally lost every time that they came towards this B site. And one main reason for that is that they kept trying to push this deep, right? Get past their own Viper wall with the Gecko and the KO flash, trying with a jet dash. And you'll see that even in this round where it works and the ideas looks pretty good, the problem is they then struggled with clearing out like players in this area from Loud, and kind of that sort of second layer of the attack just wasn't really there for them, and they got punished hard for it.
We'll take the space here. Loud happy to concede. Doesn't really seem like there's any pressure point here for Gen.G to try and exploit.
No, I'm looking for that late mid presence, right? Meteor maybe starting to drift that way, but Sadak will be watching it. Whether or not he can win the fight, yet to be seen. Looks like the deep flash is being set up. Anyone going to try and utilize that? There's the high flash going in, and Sadak does find Lakia, but that's not the mid lurk. Texture breakthrough towards CT, and he looks to secure some space. But again, remember, roll your mind back. The pressure on the site was too much before for Gen.G to handle, and once again, from a similar position, less punishing. It was Sadak before, it's less now, and his Texture with a world of trouble. Less out on top.
But then Gen.G solved this B problem in a really inventive and clever way. They just decided, wait a minute, we're on Icebox, let's just 5-stack run A.
Thrifty too, in case you missed it. That was still those Stingers, those Sheriffs, and now with a little bit of the ults behind it, they should be able to clear sight very comfortably. Gen.G showing us what they can do here. Obviously known for the individuals, but this execution works well. Now we see Loud with numbers though. This could be the difference. There's the lockdown. There's the counter utility. They're starting to build back in and force them away with the spike planted. How do they deal with the back line though?
So what did Loud get done whilst this lockdown's going through? The Hunter's Fury posted as well. QCK on the flank, found by Texture. Beautiful headshot here, and Loud seemingly just get nothing but space. Look at the HP bars here for Gen.G, but less will remove Lakia.
Good shot, but they're still not on the spike.
No.
The defuse still not started. There are problems here for Loud. Sadak with the first tap, but it's traded. Again, still numbers sitting well enough for Gen.G. They've got to break that back line. Kawanzine desperately trying to do so. Texture, he's on it, and he's absolutely belting.
See, that's a pretty good summary of the entire first half, which ended 6-6. Anytime Gen.G went A, they tended to do pretty well. Anytime they went towards B, it didn't go so well. But now let's flip sides and come to Gen.G's defensive side, where they were very aggressive.
Just about, yeah. So Texture going to go for the operator, soloing out A, it looks like.
Ooh, yeah, very early indication here of some aggression on the side of Gen.G. Loud have to respect it now. I think initially they were going to throw a little bit of U2 out. Texture able to control that op shot. Could have been rewarded wrong. Karen.
How did he get seen there?
Not entirely sure, but both snake bites used, and now doesn't really have the security to play up close and personal. As Loud look to re-aggress, but will shut down the Owl drone. So question mark still here.
Audacious from Munchkin to be the one to go back in.
No
oh,
way.
come on. That's filthy.
And Gen.G would keep going for those really quite aggressive plays, but eventually Loud kind of figured it out. And as you'll see in this round, they realized that we can just sit all the way back here if we have to. Eventually, you're going to run into a bad fight.
And once again, Gen.G happy to continue. I mean, it's 4 deep here on A site. Now going to try and make a quick decision on the back of that.
Oh. Shots.
Les absolutely decapitates Lakia.
Les is pretty decent at this game, isn't he?
Texture going to swing on it as well. Yep.
Oh! The baiting though, they tried to play him in off it, but it looked like Lauder's starting to really get that read. Starting to feel a bit more comfortable, seeing a little bit of that diligence, kicking back into place. Meteor and Munchkin just trying to make anything happen, and Les is having none of it really, just free farming now. He's already got his ult. Oh, the moves, not gonna happen there, Munchkin.
But really, this is all just setting the stage for what is about to happen next, where there is some absolute trolling going on, as we shall see. So, this round, Gen.G decide to almost kind of fake their aggression, right? You've still got the triple stack here, you know, and they go for the deep knife, and they, you know, do get Jet pushed up here, but then they're not actually trying to get aggressive, and actually fast flood over towards the B site instead, with the drone and the Harbor Cascade coming out here over towards B. Makes sense from Gen.G's perspective, and they actually get into this kind of quadruple stack here. Now, what Gen.G are going to go for now is kind of this re-clear, right? So we haven't been like aggressive off the rip in pushing this, but now that we've kind of, you know, lured you up and we kind of think that you're here, now we're going to go for a ton of utility in here and swing as a team after we kind of know that this is going to catch on to you.
Any audio cues, any presence towards A, maybe putting stock in this now after falling foul for those A presence plays, but already you can see that flash coming in and the fight starts. Karon with a fantastic double, finding Les, finding Cowanzine, and they are running.
But we end up in this position where we're in a 4v3 now. After that, Gen.G have got the advantage, and it was really nice, right? They put a mosh pit down here, flash, and they get 2 kills from it and go 2 for 1. Now, what's going to happen from this point is we've got Texture just all alone here, right? And he just sees Sadek just there, right? And okay, it's the Killjoy. You probably know that that's the lurk right here. He tries to take that fight, tries to swing out, doesn't get it. Okay, whatever. And then we get this, right? The Harbor wall is going to come up here as well. And so Gen.G think, okay, we've seen the Killjoy. The Harbor has to be here as well, right? Doing this wall. So, you know, they're probably coming towards A. So they begin to rotate over towards A. But what they're about to do next is absolute tomfoolery.
But a crucial 1v1 here.
Does he go again? Texture, you can see him, he was considering it for a second, but he thinks better of it, right? Play safe, play your life.
I mean, you can get out on it.
Yeah, 2E's is just completely...
You don't lock down now.
There's
no way you've just done that, Gen.G! There's no way you've just done that! Oh my goodness!
He's going to back up his boys, get back towards the site. They're going to get a plan out of this. They don't know the level of success they've had, but they could not...
Just wait for the spike plant! Why are we wasting a ult?
Now, how deep does QCK go here?
Oh my god, what an absolute mega throw. What an absolute mega throw.
Still got ult, still got knife.
So some of you might have been able to pick up there that I wasn't the biggest fan of this Killjoy lockdown coming in here with 44 seconds left in the round. They haven't tapped the spike. The reason for it is pretty simple, and I'm sure most of you understand, that of course it's perfectly fine to let them plant the spike and then go for this Killjoy lockdown. And also just actually wait for your team to get here to help you defend this Killjoy lockdown if they actually come and try and fight you and destroy it. You also have a KO ult here for Gen.G as well, so you can, you know, deny them from having any utility as well when you go for this. With the Killjoy lockdown, you know that the Killjoy lockdown is going to push them back to certain angles anyway, and, you know, you're in a very good spot to win the round at that point. But instead, they went for this and Loud get a free B-site. But here's the thing. We're about to see something that's arguably just as bad.
Yeah,
there is,
yellow here.
No flash to
if
really
your
open
silver
things up here,
teammate did that, you'd be like, what the f are you doing?
Drifting pretty deep here.
Here we go. This is a scary time. Spots him for a second. A pixel out of place, but he's worried about the
why are we walling ourselves
I
off?
thought he saw him, but maybe it's just a straight
2v2, we're walling ourselves off?
Paranoid, getting pulled in, and maybe Texture gonna close that gap. He's trying to.
What have we done?
And now he's overwhelmed. Gen.G! This time is down to the
watching!
Oh my god!
That's just me.
No way!
And again, it's a little chaotic there because I don't think
You can't wall yourself off in a 3v3! You don't have the numbers to spam!
I think spot out.
Oh yeah, we get into a 3v3, and 2East decides to do this wall. It's crazy, I know. It's absolutely mental. Now, here's the thing. Tui's was doing this wall on some other B-post plants as well, so it's clearly something that Loud have talked about, something that they want to do. And honestly, if you're in a 5v5 and you've got like 4 players chilling back here, this wall is perfectly fine. Because it means that, you know, it's going to be harder for them to actually come and re-aggress and clear this out on you. And if you've got enough players back here, you can probably reliably spam the spike anyway, particularly against a non-stage, non-harbor comp, right? So, makes sense. Problem is, there's only 2 of you here. And 2 of you isn't really enough to spam. And I think if Gen.G were playing a harbor and could pick where they wanted to put a harbor wall right now, they probably would draw this line. Which isn't great. You never really want to do exactly what your opponents might want to do, and it really does lose them this round completely, because QCK dies here because he starts looking at the spike, and so Texture walks through the wall and kills him, right? Then Sadak is coming from mid, but he now has to sprint, because again, Tuis can't actually see, they don't actually know that they aren't sticking at this point, so Sadak has to sprint, so that gets him killed as well, and Tuis is just randomly spamming, giving up his position, so he dies as well. That would continue into the very next round.
There is that opportunity.
This is rough because the pings are coming out. You can see on the minimap here, Nest and Pipes have been pinged.
No idea about texture.
Oh my god.
Does he keep his cool?
He just hard cleared under on the wrong side.
Oh my god, they line up!
And they line up. Unlucky he gets one. Get out! Get out! Run! You've got KO ult, Gecko ult! Just run! Get off site! What are you doing?
Dwindling. Less than 2, he's gonna have to dig deep now.
Yeah, detained. Up on Pipes here, it's left.
Get off site! Get off site!
Will fall now.
They need more. That can't be enough. It needs to be
What?
more. A 2v3.
What for them to plant?
And let's try to control the site.
Does have the pip, but obviously the null command going to
What are you doing?
That's going to get another one.
What are you doing?
Oh my god!
What an absolute beast! When Loud needed him, he was there.
So yeah, I think my live reaction summed that one up pretty well there. Basically, the situation is a 4v2, and Lakia has the chance to potentially get off site. He throws his flash there, right? Doesn't flash anyone, so okay, no one's chasing me quick. You've got a KO ult and a Gecko ult here, and you've got a Viper's Pit if you need that as well. Seems like a pretty good time to just, you know, get off site when the map looks like this. Instead, he decides to stay, and as you saw, this decision kind of loses the round. I mean, but it doesn't really just end there with just the Gecko ult, really, does it? I mean, because Munchkin then just pops his KO ult, and I don't know why, to be honest. Again, I can only think that they were just mega panicking because they were on 12, and they were like, oh, we actually going to beat Loud? That's my only thought here, but yeah, obviously not great. And then the very last round as well ended up playing out in a pretty bizarre way. Gen.G again going for more aggressive stuff. Just in general, they ended up fully pushing out a B this time and destroying the Killjoy turret behind. So Loud come towards A, but they kind of slowly do it, which is a bit weird as well. And you'll see that QCK just ends up completely alone while everyone else on Loud is just kind of chilling here. I understand there's Nano Swarms here, but it's kind of weird after they've, you know, really pushed this and destroyed the turret behind you to then, you know, kind of take this pretty slowly and come in towards A, and that really gives Gen.G a chance in this round.
Green light absolutely is. Utility
Bro, Meteor trying to hold it down. This is a tough spot to be in.
This space away. Meteor, will he get a chance?
Completely on his own.
He's only got a Guardian. He's found one.
Massive work, and now they're
completely on site alone.
Going to be in. Loud might have dropped the ball at the final.
Oh, bro, if only you knew. It's tough for him to know.
Still wanted to do more. 50 seconds. There's time for rotations.
Texture, the only one actually in a position to catch this.
That's pretty big. You saw him.
But it's a little bit of a fake. It's pulled Lakia. Is it potentially going to pull Karen as well? They spotted the cross, but Loud immediately drift back towards A. And look at the map now.
They've been conditioned to respond to this. This is what Loud was doing during those string of rounds. So now it's all on Munchkin. He's trying to play ahead. This is so brave, so bold. He's going to take 1, 2.
He gets 2. It's winnable.
But it's massive.
They do still have a Viper's Pit. Both teams do. You got to pit the spike here if you're less, I think.
One snake bite left.
He's not there, though.
Commits to the plant.
Plants in. First fight.
Oh,
he's
it's less, though.
The drop down, did he spot it? It doesn't matter. He's there. And now just Caron. This guy has to step up. He's got to try.
It is planted in his pit.
But so much against him. And look at the reposition from Les. So hard to find. And Tui's going to try and play his life.
Winnable.
But Caron takes it away. 1v1.
Okay, you know where he is?
He knows where he is. But what are you going to do?
He goes heaven.
In heaven. There's
There
quite
might be a
so
slight
much
diffuse
time.
part here, though, yeah?
Get a safe defuse here.
I don't think you can actually get an
Can
angle
he
on this.
span it? Can he stop this? Because Karen ain't stopping. He's going.
No way!
14, and it is Gen.G steal away the 13th round. Heartbreak for Hero. Let's having to watch that slip away.
The balls!
Karen, the rookie,
Ice
closing
cold.
out with a red.